Thank you for the opportunity to share this story, how we bring Novalique to the next level and hopefully make a difference in back-of-the-eye diseases. My name is Christian Röski. I'm the CEO of Novalique. So Novalique is a privately owned R&D company, and we enjoy a lot of partnerships, but we basically supply the entire value chain of an R&D company. We don't do commercial, and you see on the left-hand side all the deals that we have been doing and all the partners we are enjoying. But on the other hand, we also, although we are a small and nimble organization, we control everything from manufacturing and formulation and manufacturing through our exclusive partnerships. So what's it all about what we're doing in Novalique? We have created a whole new category of water-free eye drops. Eyesol is no pH, no osmolarity, preservative-free, lipophilic. And what's the value of having a water-free eye drop is we can significantly increase bioavailability. We have stable formulations for drugs that typically cannot be really formulated. We deliver drugs to the back of the eye, I want to show you, and we are always microdosed. So you know us potentially because we have a number of activities. I can only rush through them. One of them was already mentioned. Thank you, Bob, for MIBO. We are invented and developed together with Bausch MIBO. We invented Vivi and brought it to the United States through Harrow, and we bring it with TEA to Europe. We're also in glaucoma. We have a spin-off that is called Betalic, where we develop a whole powerhouse of glaucoma that we merge with ocular surface disease. We also do some specialty stuff. You can read that. But I think today I want to really focus on, can we make a difference in retina therapies and reduce the burden of intra-individual injections with our technology? So we target non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy. So that's a great target because it's a huge indication. We know all the unmet medical need, which is huge, and we know we need alternatives to the injections. That's out there. So our approach is we know eyesol is not only lipophilic, but it spreads over the eyeball and actually is overcoming the barrier that water or lipids have. Water or lipids never go over the back of the eye. So we overcome this kind of barrier, and we think this gives us the opportunity to deliver APIs through the sclera route to really treat diabetic retinopathy. So how we are going to do that? Well, if we know that we can deliver to the back of the eye, it's all about the right API. And for diabetic retinopathy, it's all about going upstream in the disease cascade. So we think it needs to be definitely multimodal. Inflammation is important, neuroprotection is critical, and anti-ischemic effects, I think, in this disease are really critical. Where we are today, I don't have the solution yet, but we are working diligently on new APIs that we are running through an assessment center that are exactly looking at the right power to really modify this complicated, really complex disease. So watch out for that. I know people ask me the question, Christian, diabetic retinopathy, really modifying this kind of disease is really big thing. Show me the data that you can deliver a drug to the back of the eye. Message heard, and here's what we are doing is, we take tacrolimus, and we want to use this not for diabetic retinopathy, but for non-infectious uveitis. That's already known, but you cannot deliver tacrolimus typically through a water drop because it's water insoluble, it really doesn't penetrate the tissues, you have to give it orally. So we have very strong bioavailability data that really shows us that with drops, we can really achieve meaningful concentrations that should allow us to modify the disease of uveitis. And we have shown in mice already that this disease should be as powerful as a steroid. So we are full in on that kind of activity. We are filing an IND this year. We are starting to have the first patient in next year. And then by basically the same next year, we think we have the data to show you that we can do what we are talking about. So to show you really that we are all in on retina, I think we really have set up an own team that is specifically focusing only on this kind of subject. And we jointly would like to reduce the burden of intravitreal injections and see that we can bring more value to patients with our technology. Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic technology, very interesting work for certain. I love the fact that you're approaching NPDR patients with a topical option versus intravitreal approach. You know, my diabetic patients have trouble following directions in terms of coming back from appointments for certain. And when I approach them with intravitreal injection, they most certainly were not going to come back. How do you plan on kind of encouraging to keep up with the therapy if it's 4 times dosing?
Thank you for that kind of question. So obviously you can say we are very early. Let's have the science first that our drug really modifies. And clinical trials is different from the real world. So we already think about that eye drops need to change. We need to have really eye drop dispensers that are allowing the patient not only to take the eye drop, but that are communicating with my iPhone. We need to have interactions with therapies that are long-term chronic therapies. Is it glaucoma? Is it non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy? These are therapies that have to be taken over years. And I think the combination of a drug dispensing with an iPhone that can give you interactions, can even talk to the physician and using AI, that is the future, how I see ophthalmology is going to evolve. And we are very active in this kind of space already today.
Great, I like the idea, thank you.
That's very interesting to use the PDA that way. But having said that, Christian, what is your lipid vehicle technology? Is it DHA, is it nanoparticle? I mean, I don't think I captured that, or maybe you didn't tell us that.
So I pitch you on that. It's a liquid. It looks like water, but it's lipophilic. It has the same refractive index like water. And it's a semi-fluorinated alkane that is really doing, I would say, almost magic when it comes to delivering APIs to the anterior surface. So I've been showing this widely, and obviously a couple of APIs now, the drugs now approved. And now it's really the question is, can we really get enough to the back and still have the same safety profile that we really enjoy?
Oh, so you're going to use the same alkane?
It's this. Well, we have a number of entities that we can play with, so we are not fixed to 1 or 2. Right now we have 2 that are approved by FDA, but we think that we have a whole range of opportunities to basically design a product to serve your and patients' needs.
Thank you.
And unlike a lot of eye drops, it's comfortable.
It's very comfortable. Thank you, Will, for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.